really enjoyed seeing this film. And you
Good.
are such an incredible dancer.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you. I appreciate that.
you're such an athlete. Talk to me about the dance within this film and the choreography and what it took for us to be able to see those moves.
Oh man, shaking the rust off was probably a big part of it for me, especially I grew up dancing and I grew up trained and that kind of thing. And thankfully a lot of my career has given me opportunities to do that, to practice that, whether it be me as a recording artist, doing concerts, recording music videos, or other musicals that I've been a part of, whether they be on Broadway or film or television or whatever. I've been given plenty of opportunity to dance and do the thing, but this, like, a full dance film like this, I haven't done in quite some time. I mean, I think the last one that I did was probably Teen Beach Movie 2. So it'd been a while since I had done a film, for months of just choreography and rehearsals and dance nonstop. So that was really fun for me to be able to flex those muscles again and to kind of shake the rust off. And for me personally, being able to be surrounded by and watch so many incredible dancers, be in their space and work on their craft in real time and to be able to showcase that was such a beautiful thing.
So one of the themes that I love about your character is, to me, it was all about overcoming, right? Like in his situation, it's overcoming a knee injury,
Mhm.
and maybe a mental mindset. But
Yeah.
for any of us, the current situation right now, it could be overcoming missed expectations. It could be facing fears. It could be, battling an illness or fighting cancer. For you, kind of, how do you choose to overcome things in your life? What do you do to tackle that?
The whole world has been thrown a curveball here, right? Like life was life as we knew it until all of a sudden it wasn't, right? And that, you see that perpetuated where Jake is concerned. He was living at the top of the world, super renowned dancer, choreographer, like very, very respected. And one freak accident, on stage blew his knee out, and everything that he loved and everything that he worked so hard for seemingly in Jake's eyes evaporated, like right there. Everything changed, and so I think to see this guy be so plagued by, the mentality of everything that he had worked so hard for was all for naught. To see him kind of be pulled out of the ditch by human beings that are driven and trying to make something from nothing, was really good for him, and I think it's really good for audiences, especially right now during this specific time. Right now, summer of 2020, we'll never forget ever. This will be in the history books, and so I think for all of us to see a story like this be perpetuated, in terms of how life will throw you curveballs and how you adapt to that and how you kind of maneuver through it, is entirely up to you. You can be somebody that makes, lemonades out of lemons, or you can be somebody that's beaten down by it, maybe get some bruises and some scrapes, and then pulls yourself together at the end of it, whatever. I kind of go into mission mode, right? Like I was doing Evan Hansen on Broadway. We did a, normal Wednesday evening show. And then the next day, we're all planning on going back to the theater that evening and doing the same show again, but Broadway shut down. And I immediately went into, okay, what is this going to look like for me? I'm obviously going to fly back home. I'm going to get back to LA and figure out what work and life during quarantine is going to look like for myself. And maybe that's just not giving myself the time to actually grieve and do the thing, which of course, like I've had my moments, I've had my good cries about it and my couple glasses of wine over it and the whole thing. But, at the end of the day, how we tackle curveballs that life throws at us is ultimately what informs our success as people. And it's good to see that in a story like this. That's an underdog story. It's a Cinderella story.